Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball.
This week, come out to the ballpark as the Ferry Hawks welcome in the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars at Staten Island University Hospital Community Park for a homestand on June 10th. For a 5-game series as the Ferry Hawks welcome in the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars. Individual game tickets start at just $12.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats. The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
800-848-9222, the number to reach me. And the question becomes, is it going to be an insult a day from this socialist? Is it going to be a slap in the face every day now from this socialist? And the example for other cities, wherever you may be listening to this program from, the example to you, don't make the mistake that New York City made and elect a socialist as your mayor. Dominic Carter here with you. A lot to get to, and we're going to do exactly that. We want to hear from you this hour. Again, the number to reach me live right now, 800-848-9222. So the whole world, the entire world found out the insult that Mamdani left on New York City yesterday by not attending the Israeli Day Parade and almost thumbing our nose in it, made himself available to be seen riding a bicycle. So in other words, riding a bicycle with a suit on and no helmet. And of course, they framed out the police officers there to protect him. They made it look like he was out there on his own. But Mamdani making it appear that it was more important to him to ride a bike rather than go to the Israeli Day Parade. Now, the latest insult, the latest one, there are reports that he wants to rename the 59th Street Bridge, which is now called the Ed Koch Bridge. I knew Ed Koch. He was a friend of mine, Mamdani. You, on your best day, could never, ever, ever be Ed Koch. Who do you think you are? 800-848-9222. A reporter with CBS at the parade yesterday, getting the pulse of the people, talking to some of those who happen to be at the Israeli Day Parade.
We have to come out and support our people. It's very important in these very scary times for the Jewish people.
I feel like there's a lot of tension lately. We need Israel so that we have a place to go with all the anti-Semitism that's spreading.
This is something we would never miss. Never miss.
Mayor Zoran Mamdani is not in attendance, making him the first New York City mayor ever to skip the parade.
I'm heartsick, to tell you the truth. He should be supporting a large segment of people from the city, from the state, and from our country. I could start crying right now that this has happened.
It's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. If you claim to stand for all New Yorkers, you come, whether you agree or not, and you represent the communities that you represent.
There's so many other people here that are supporting the Jewish Israel country, and if he chose not to be here, that's okay. We are here. That's the most important thing.
Governor Hochul is here, and NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch is serving as the parade's grand marshal. Tisch called the parade one of the most joyful days of the year.
It's the mayor's decision not to march, and it is my decision to march proudly.
Amid heightened security concerns, the NYPD has deployed a record number of officers and heavy weapons teams, along with helicopters, drones, and explosive detection canines.
And so offensive what Mamdani did. Two former mayors did march, Bloomberg and Eric Adams. This is what Eric Adams had to say at the parade.
So important when you're here marching in the Israeli Day Parade. It shows the level of support that people have for Israel and what it stands for. And so we are boycotting anti-Semitism. That's what we're boycotting. We're not going to boycott a country that is clearly our ally. We've never heard Israel say death to America. They supported America. In New York, the largest Jewish population outside of Israel is here in New York. And so when you think about it for a moment, I'm marching today because Jews marched with Dr. King. I'm marching today because the young people in Mississippi during the 60s came from New York. 51% of them were Jewish descendant. I'm marching because young Jewish people lost their lives fighting with us. So today, I cannot thank them enough. That's why I'm here in support of Israel.
And so on the morning show here in New York, the owner of this network, John Catsimatidis, appeared with host Sid in the morning, and we'll get to that in just a little bit, and we'll let you hear what he had to say. That is the owner, John Catsimatidis. But we see your telephone calls coming in, and I want to get to some of them. 800-848-9222. What I can say, Mamdani, is you're a piece of garbage, and you're beneath the office. I can't be any more direct than that. You think you're so slick, you think you're so smart, but you're a piece of garbage. You really are. It's despicable what you did. You're supposed to represent all the people, not just your Palestinian friends, not just your terrorist friends. You are really a piece of work. And so is your boy Curtis Sliwa. You guys deserve each other. 800-848-9222. Let's start with Jerry, line 3, Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Jerry, what's on your mind?
Hey, I'm outside. It's kind of windy today, so if it's noisy, let me know. Isn't it refreshing to see a politician who states what he's going to do before he gets elected, and he's doing it? He's following through.
Are you serious?
Serious? Absolutely.
Are you serious?
You were the governor.
Okay, so say that again.
When you were the governor, did anybody take you serious?
Tell your boy Curtis Sliwa he's the biggest loser in New York.
Less than 8% of the vote.
And that every time you call me Governor Patterson on behalf of Curtis Sliwa, that's what you're going to hear on air. Every single time. So, Mr. Sliwa, please stop having your loser supporters call up people that make no sense at all. They're losers just like you are, Mr. Sliwa. And that's why you're in the position that you're in right now. But I'm not going to make this show about Mr. Sliwa and his losers. So let's keep it moving. Let's go to Robin, line 5 in Brooklyn. Robin, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. I find this Mamdani so offensive. And I just got to say something. I grew up in the same neighborhood as Mr. 7%. I went to the same high school as Mr. 7%. And I don't understand why, he's garbage and Mamdani's garbage. And I don't understand why people are so passive. That's what I have to say.
Why people are so passive?
Yeah.
And so, it's a great question, Robin. Mamdani has learned that especially before the black community, that's why he went before the black community yesterday on the Black Network saying that he's going to run for re-election, because that's how stupid he thinks that the black community is. He thinks that everybody's beneath him. But the one thing I can thank Mamdani for is he is energizing and solidifying a sleeping giant, and that is the American people. And we'll see who gets the last laugh here. We really will see, Robin. Thank you for the call. Let's go to Abby in Brooklyn, line 3. Abby, what's on your mind?
Hi, I'm calling because I'm wondering if Mamdani is going to march in the Gay Pride Parade, considering that's also against, Muslim beliefs that you can't be actively homosexual. I want to see what happens there.
So what do you think, Abby, he's going to do?
I think he's going to show up because he needs the left vote, and he's going to pretend he's okay with it when really, it's going to be hypocritical. Just like, he said he's not going to march in the Israel Day Parade because he's against the Israeli government's policies. So I wonder if he's going to be two-faced here.
But Abby, this guy is disgusting, the mayor. You would think the way that he offended all of us, not just the Jewish community, all of us by what he did yesterday. Keep a low profile, stay inside Gracie Mansion, stay inside City Hall. But he threw it in our faces. He said, I'm going to show you how this event is not important. I'm going to go out riding my bike. This guy, you know what? But it is what it is. Him and his tag team partner, they tricked the public. They split the vote. I mean, to the folks that hate Cuomo, so I get it. You hate Cuomo. But would you rather deal with this? Would you rather deal with this? I just think it's utterly, Abby, disgusting. Thank you for the telephone call. Let's go to Judith in Brooklyn. Judith, what's on your mind?
Dominic. Hi, Dominic.
Hi.
Hi. I want you to run for mayor, okay? Because if you run for mayor, I'm telling you now, I'll be behind you. Liz will be behind you. Sandra, a lot of people will be behind you. My husband will be behind you, okay? He says you'll be not good. You'll be great. So that's, but I called about this. I heard Michael Goodman this morning, and I have to repeat what he said. Very simply, he's not Jewish, right? He simply said, there are 22 Arab countries where people have, Arabs, Muslims have where to go to. They have their homeland where they were born. But this stupid guy, Uganda, right? But the Jewish people, why is he denying this one Jewish homeland that the people can go to, Jewish people?
It's not just Michael Goodwin. A couple of people have made that same exact point. But go ahead.
Well, I didn't hear the other people, but I kind of thought it was, sometimes simplicity and elementary things that are said are more profound than a whole bunch of arguments and blah, blah, blah. I don't understand. There's one country, a little nothing, Israel, and it's a homeland for Jewish people to be able to go to. They've got 22 countries. Why are they so busy with Israel? And not only that, why are they so busy over here in this country? This Mandami wants to turn New York into some another state, a Muslim state, with all of his rules and regulations that are really designed to kick all the landlords out and all the people out. And somehow, all of a sudden, I don't want to say what they can. They're gonna.
Not only that, Judith. He wants to change the name of apparently the name of the Ed Koch Bridge. Say whatever you want about Koch, corruption, whatever, but he was beloved for the most part. Mamdani will never be beloved. Mamdani is looked up to by a bunch of people that don't know anything about politics. And I mean, it's disgusting. It really is disgusting that this guy is the mayor of New York City. Judith, thank you for the great call. Folks, I've got to take a break. We see your calls, all of your calls. I'm going to get to them. 800-848-9222. Ed Koch happened to be a Jewish mayor that served several terms in New York City. And now, all of a sudden, comes this clown that's not qualified to even be in the state assembly. Him and Sliwa deserve each other. They really do. And you want to change the name of a beloved bridge of a beloved Jewish mayor? Who do you think you are, Mamdani? It is time for a break. We are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative
on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
I'm calm. I'm not getting myself upset over Mamdani and what he did yesterday and how he fooled the public. Barely won the election. Barely cracked 50%. Without that other candidate, he would have lost. Period. It would be Mayor Cuomo today. Say whatever you want about Andrew Cuomo. He wouldn't do the things that Mamdani is doing. He would not boycott the Israeli Day Parade, which is a slap in the face to all of us. I'll just say on a historical perspective, some of you have said, Dominic, you speak up for the Jewish community. And I can only tell you that when the black community historically needed the Jewish community, who was there with the black community fighting for civil rights for people like me? Who was there giving up their lives for people like me to have civil rights? Literally being murdered and killed, marching, the Jewish community. So I'm going to stand with the Jewish community forever. And that's just the way it is. I'm looking at my Twitter, at my X, And I am getting a little worked up over this clown mayor, Mamdani. You are a piece of garbage that is beneath the office of mayor of New York City. I think we would all rather have Eric Adams back any day, every day, over you, Mamdani, and your anti-Semitic wife and your anti-Semitic father. And it makes us wonder, are you cut from the same cloth? We're not stupid. You think we don't see your game? You think we don't see the game you ran with Curtis Sliwa? Curtis Sliwa needs to be ashamed of himself. He threw away his entire legacy for this. And for those of you that voted for Mr. Sliwa, how do you like him now? How do you like him now, folks? Looking at a comment from Debbie Lebedo, Staten Island, Debbie says, Dom, because the mayor did not participate in the parade, made it a happy, joyful bonding experience with all cultures and religions. If he showed up, it might have been a different climate in New York City. His hatred for Jews brought everybody together. That may be true, Debbie Lebedo, but it's not supposed to be this way. If this was from an assembly member, you go, okay, a nut. This is from the mayor of New York City. And the members of my business let him get away with, my wife is a private citizen. The office is beneath you. You are beneath the office, Mamdani. 800-848-9222. Now he wants to change the name, apparently, away from the 59th Street Bridge, away from the Ed Koch Bridge, who happened to be a Jewish mayor, 3 terms? You'll never be Ed Koch. Ever, Mamdani. Let's go here. Let's go to John, line 3, Long Island. John, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. I know you're a little heated, but it's a nice, beautiful day today, so let's enjoy that.
This is true.
And let's think about this. Even if 7% has every single one of his supporters call up to bother you, what's that going to take, about 15 minutes?
That's good. Hey, John, I got to take a break, but his supporters, they don't bother me. I just feel so bad for them because they're so stupid to be in his cult. And he's stupid. And he's always been a con man. Always. And now he's running and he's lined up literally with the devil. Thank you for the call, John. We see your calls, 800-848-9222.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
So now it all adds up with the New York's socialist mayor. Perhaps the reason why he didn't demand that his wife clarify her comments, perhaps it's because he agrees with them 1,000%. The mayor of New York City. You cannot make this stuff up. You know, I wish I had an answer. I really do. So Miss Positive is on the line, Liz in Florida. I'm going to go to her in a second. Maybe she can say something that's going to make this all make sense. Perhaps. I don't know. But I'm not going to get myself all worked up, you know, at this anti-Semitic mayor who now apparently wants to change the name of the Ed Koch Bridge. This is personal for me, folks. I knew Ed Koch very well. I've said this before on the radio. Ed Koch had me down at his apartment. When I was down and out, Ed Koch was there for me, available on the phone where I could call him, Senator D'Amato, and others. And I've told this story before. Ed Koch would often give me advice, and Senator D'Amato. I might be in the papers for one thing, getting into a dispute with a governor or something like that, and a governor may have said something about me I didn't like, and I want to respond, and Koch would call me up. Do not respond, Dominic. You're a journalist. You have to take the high road. D'Amato would say the same exact thing. No, don't do it. What would I do 5 minutes later? The reporters call me. I'm responding. And then they say, all you're going to do is add paragraphs to the story if you respond. Don't do it. And so, right, long couple of days for yours truly, I finally reached the conclusion that us men are big babies. Certainly I'm a big baby. Can you imagine if us men had to go through what women go through, delivering a baby? Oh, there wouldn't be this many children in the world. If we had to just go through for 1 month what women have to go through, I don't think so. I don't think so. So, quick story. Told you folks last week about my my bump condition, right? And so I think these social media folks here are recording, so you'll see the bandage. It's not too bad now over my right eye, and my eye is at least open. So on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I woke up and I lost to Mike Tyson, my right eye. I lost to Mike Tyson badly, completely closed. So I had to go to urgent care. No other choice. I get to urgent care. You don't have a SI or a sty, whatever you call a sty. What you have, Mr. Carter, is an abscess. We have to give you a needle in the middle of your face, Mr. Carter. I kid you not, folks. And then we have to take the scalpel and we have to cut it to drain it and then bandage it. And then you've got to take antibiotics for 7 days. But doctor, I can't do that because we always have company functions that I have to show up black tie at the last minute. Can't do that. Well, Mr. Carter, you don't have a choice. So sure enough, and I'm not going to say men, I'm just going to say me right now, right? Absolute big baby, right? So I said, doctor, okay, I'll do the shot to numb it since you got to use the scalpel. But doctor, if I see you walk in here with this needle, game over. Can't do it. You got to let me know when you're coming in with your tools so I can close my eyes. I guess I'm a big baby. I close my eyes. I get the needle, proud of myself, and then I hear him with the scalpel, and I know he's cutting something. So anyway, that's where I stand as of right now. So in a minute, I'm going to Liz in Florida. Maybe she can make some sense of all of this. So now Mamdani wants to apparently change the name of the 59th Street Bridge, which is called the Ed Koch Bridge. And every time I pass that bridge, I think about it and my friend Ed Koch and how he was there for me, right? I kid you not. And folks, just so that you know, Ed Koch impacts me on the radio. Ed Koch taught me when someone says something brutal or nasty to you, it was Ed Koch that taught me you shoot right back at them and put them in their place. So I've seen people, frankly, ask him if he was gay. Oh, why did you do that with Ed Koch? I can't say on the radio what his response was. Whenever you asked him if he was gay, he had a great response for that. And I never knew the answer to that question. I had never talked about it with him. I didn't care. He was a good man. He was cool. He was no longer the mayor. We were friends. We were cool. I didn't care whether he's gay or not. I still don't know what the answer is. Okay? So the Ed Koch Bridge. Koch, who happens to be Jewish, what a coincidence. Mamdani wants to change the name of the bridge. The Speaker of the City Council, Julie Menon, appearing on WPIX Channel 11 TV, said that she doesn't think that Mamdani should rename the Ed Koch Bridge.
I'll ask you about an article that was in the Post today regarding the Ed Koch Bridge. And basically, some folks are looking to rename the bridge. Yeah. And you were mentioned because you filled out a questionnaire that said you wanted to rename it once, and then there was you don't want to rename it. So where do you stand on renaming the bridge?
I don't think we should rename the Ed Koch Bridge. I don't believe we should do that. There was a bill that was proposed last year that I was asked to co-sponsor. I declined to co-sponsor that. I don't think it needs to be renamed right now, and so that's my position on it. I look forward to talking to colleagues about their views on it.
Did you ever fill out that question that said you did want to rename it?
There was a questionnaire from a number of years ago where I was asked did I think that the bridge should be renamed. My personal view of this is I don't think we should be naming bridges. I think, the bridge is the 59th Street Bridge, the Cuomo Bridge, all the time these bridges get renamed. I think that is a problem, so I don't really agree with that. But I don't think we should do legislation to rename it.
Now, you had mentioned to us earlier in the break that you had gone to the...
And so that's the council speaker saying she doesn't believe it should be renamed. The owner of this network, John Catsimatidis, appearing on the morning show with Sid, declaring that he's disappointed that Mamdani did not show up yesterday. This is John Catsimatidis talking with Sid.
I'm disappointed because the purpose of a mayor and the job of the mayor is putting our city together, not ripping it apart. Regardless, you gotta, it's really, really disappointing. I saw Mayor Bloomberg was there. I saw Mayor Adams was there. I don't know. Was de Blasio there? I haven't seen.
I did not see him. No.
I didn't see him.
He was not there.
And,
those two, right? Bloomberg and Adams, yes.
Yeah, and look, the city needs to be put together. And the same thing with the governor's office. The governor's office has to be for all the people. And the mayor's office has to be for all the people. And let me tell you something. I think Governor Hochul is going to be suffering because Bruce Blakeman, I think if he goes out there and says, I'm for all the people, all the people, and goes to all 51 counties in our state?
Yeah.
And tells that all the people count. All the people in the city count. All the people in Nassau, Suffolk count. All the people in Westchester count. Rockland County. And I believe in putting people together. And anybody that doesn't do that, we're looking, it doesn't look good.
All right, folks, let's go to your telephone calls, 800-848-9222. Liz in Florida, always positive. Liz, tell me the silver lining in this situation.
Hi, Dominic. Look, thank God you are healing. That's hooray, right?
Well, thank you. But more important, I hear you doing grandma duties. I heard your granddaughter in the background. I hope she's well.
Yeah. Thank God she's okay. I have a sister in the car, too. Her name is Lori.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
So I want you to repeat after me. I'm going to teach you some Yiddish words. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Explain who Mamdani is. Okay. All right, here we go. Chutzpah.
Chutzpah.
Let me hear you. Chutzpah. Okay.
Chutzpah.
Ashanda.
Ashanda. No, those are words that somebody else used to use. I don't want to use those words.
Mamzer.
Manzer. What does that mean?
Hold on. Russia. Paskudnik.
That's what I just said.
Paskudnik.
Say that again.
Okay, say it. Paskudnik.
Oh, you just said it for both of us.
Okay, close enough. Nudnik. Narishkeit. Meshugana.
I like that one.
Chazarai. Okay, my favorite. Chazarai. Okay, you got the chuz. Okay, Chazarai is pig-like. Shanda means a disgrace, a scandal, embarrassment. Chutzpah means nerve. Mamzer means it, B-A-S-T-A-R-D. I don't curse. Rasha means evil. Paskudnik means a thoroughly rotten, evil person. Nudnik, an annoying person. Narishkeit, foolishness. And
like
Meshugana, insane. Yeah,
I like
you
this.
like that?
Yeah, you're making me feel
positive.
better. You're making me feel better. So explain this to me, Liz. Why am I so down about what Mamdani did at the parade?
Listen, I look at the positive side, look at so many Jews and non-Jews coming together for the Jewish people and for Israel, who loves America. I put on your online, there was a picture that my granddaughter took in a school. They're teaching, the Israeli schools are teaching how wonderful America is. This is what Israel is all about. And be this positive that so many people came together and they were saying no one's going to bring us down. Nobody, not even Mamdani, the Meshugana.
So wait, what does Meshugana mean again?
Insane. He's crazy, totally crazy. Listen,
So,
you know
what?
Wait. You know, Dominic, we never knew who our enemies really were. Just like in October 7th, we now know who our enemies are. They're coming out and saying it. So we know what to expect. If we shouldn't be surprised by this right now. We just have to figure out how to deal with it and be stronger than them and try to figure out a way to remove them from office and take away their power. That's what we need to do, take away their power.
But you can't take away his power for another 3.5 years.
Unless something happens, and you never know. With enough prayer and belief, and we have a lot more power than he does. Okay, the people put him in office. That was the power they had. The people can get him out of office. There'll be some way to get him out. I believe that.
So, Liz, you're going to call me naive on this one, but explain this to me. And I'm serious when I say this. When that man's asleep at Gracie Mansion, or he's being escorted around with a full NYPD detail, including city vehicles, how can that man sleep at night with what he's doing? How can he sleep?
Because he's not well. Because he's a terrorist. He has an agenda. So he is sleeping really, really well. This is what he wants. He wants to get rid of all the billionaires, everybody in New York, and he wants to keep only his people that will vote for him again. And he wants to make this city his city. That's what he wants.
But to go around on a bicycle when you should be at the parade, and then to go on a black network and say you're going to run for a second term, he's telling black people what he really thinks of them.
What I'm saying to you is that he's showing his true colors, and we have to realize that. Now we know it, and now we know what to expect, and nothing should surprise us because there'll be something else that he's going to do just to hurt all of us. And he is anti-American in every way. So we just have to figure a way to get him out.
Miss Positive, you delivered, because at least I feel a little better. Give me one of those words again.
Let's see. Which one should I give you? Chutzpah.
Chutzpah. No, somebody else used to use that word. I need another one.
Nudnik.
Nudnik. And what does that mean again? Nudnik?
Nudnik, an annoying person. Narishkeit.
Narishkeit. Mayor Narishkeit. Right. And what does that mean?
That means foolishness.
Definitely. Mayor Narishkeit. Is that it? Narishkeit?
Chazarai means pig-like.
Chazarai. That's a good one. That's a good one for Mamdani and his people. Enjoy that swine, Mayor Mamdani. Why don't you go eat some pig feet? Mayor Mamdani. Liz, thank you for the great call. I'm trying not to get worked up. I'm almost done with the hour, but I'm trying my hardest to stay calm. 1001, 1002, 1003. Time for a break. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. And now, it's time for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Final Thoughts.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Final Thoughts of the day. I'm so proud of myself. I'm still keeping calm. Mamdani, I'm not going to let you get the best of me. But I'm looking for, where is it? Jimmy Fontanez. Where's Jimmy's comment here? I like what Jimmy says here. Jimmy says, let's organize a pork roast at Gracie Mansion. Mamdani, would you like some of that swine, as you would call it, Mamdani? How about that, Mamdani? Jimmy, that's the best idea I have heard. Rather than protesting with 1,000 people, have a pork roast. You can't do that because the police would be forced to shut you down. But have a pork barbecue near Mamdani or down near City Hall. That's what you do for his butt. That's how you get him back, him and his wife and his daddy. And I'm not gonna say today, Carlos, that his wife looks weird. I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go there. She looks super weird. Okay? She's in what fashion? That lady looks weird. I don't care if she's the first lady. I don't care what she is. Mamdani, he's a smooth operator, a pretty boy. He knows how to con you real good. He knows how to get in bed with Curtis Sliwa and get Curtis Sliwa to do his dirty work. And Curtis Sliwa ruined his entire reputation all those years, and he threw it out the window for Mamdani. Oh, my God. 800-848-9222. Sandra, New Jersey. What's on your mind, Sandra?
Well, I love the words that Liz used. The one I'll say, he has chutzpah, but I'll give you an English word that everybody knows. You know, I notice this guy, the more we call him out and the more he hears us, the worse he's getting. And I almost believe he enjoys hurting us. And the word that came to my mind was he's like a sadist in a way. He's evil and mean and cruel. And when you said today that he rode his bicycle that on the day of the parade, and that he wants to take Mayor Koch off the bridge name, first of all, that's censorship. That's how they do it. They want to erase the Jewish name. I didn't even realize it for a second at first, but I love Koch, just Koch alone, and then you're right, he's Jewish.
Okay, but Sandra, for lack of a better way of saying this, you're the first Muslim American mayor. Who do you think you are to do something like that? Who do you think you are?
Dominic, I wonder who he'd like to put on that bridge. Maybe his father? What do you think?
Right. His daddy, or, the Columbia University professor. And I blame Columbia for part of this. Why are you employing people with political views like that? I mean, I don't know, Sandra. I don't know. It's like half of our country, we hate ourselves. I don't get it. I don't get it
either. I don't get it.
I don't understand. I don't understand how it can be so comfortable for Mamdani and his homeboys to pray in public. I'm sorry. Take that back to your country. How about that, Mamdani? I said it, and I mean it. Take it back to your country. Go back to Uganda. Oh, but you have the armed guards in Uganda, because in Uganda, Mamdani does not want to mix with the people. But here, Sandra, he's a man of the people. As long as you're not Jewish, he's a man of the people. You have the final word, Sandra, before I move on.
Well, I love what you said earlier, how you love the Jewish people, and you gave your beautiful reason for feeling the way you do. I love you, Dominic. You're one of a kind.
Oh, well, the feeling's the same. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sandra. And I did good. I did good. I haven't lost my cool. You're not worth it, Mamdani. You, your wife, your daddy, your mama, none of you are worth it. And this city will survive you. And you will not, you'll be erased from history at the end of the day. You think you're so slick, Mamdani, but you're really not. Alex in Connecticut. Alex, I'm sorry, you only got 15 seconds. Go ahead.
Yes, Dominic, God bless you. We love you.
Well, thank you.
July 1st and 2nd of 1976.
Okay, well, I don't have time. I don't have time for all of that, Alex. If you call me back tomorrow, I'll deal with that. Folks, go to T2T.org, T2.org. They do great work helping Americans. I am back live at midnight.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight, and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode, so you never have to wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
Sacco and Feliz, New York and New Jersey's premier attorneys at law. Their team brings decades of experience across a wide range of practice areas. Whatever life brings, they're your legal team. From everyday matters to complex cases, they've got you covered with the experience you need and the results you want. Because when life gets complicated, they make it simple. SaccoFeliz.com. SACCOFILLAS.com. 2 C's, 2 L's.